Hi, this is Mike of Nearly Enough Dice, and this is the Kerbal Space Program. Now, last episode was all about getting Mercury Tiger II around Minus and back again, the last two episodes. But this is Mercury Tiger I, and Mercury Tiger I does not have enough delta V to get back home, even remotely. But I don't know why I did that. I want to be on this view. Oh, dear me, it's very wobbly, kind of bad. Is it even vaguely possible that I would be able to? Now I've got like 89 meters per second delta V. Because it would be awfully nice if I could get to the moon. I don't think I've even got enough for that. Oh, I might just have enough. Well, I'll get an encounter. It might be worth doing. I'm getting an encounter with 88. Oh, what the heck? Let's give it a go. Oh wow, I did make this very non-maneuverable, didn't I? It's got all its fuel. Oh, not fuel, but electricity. See if I can get it. I mean, the thing is, I also fundamentally need to get into a polar orbit of the moon, or there's no point doing anything else. A polar orbit is what I really want, because then I can actually use the resource scanner. And, you know, instead of having to spend extra cash, either building a whole new Mercury Tiger with scanner and taking that to the moon, or by sending something way out here and like way out here. How long is this burn going to be? 21 seconds, 10.9, okay. You know, I'd have to send something way out here to refuel it. So, yeah. This would also, according to this, it would also, if I don't bother getting if I just do the encounter, it looks like I'll knock myself into a not bad orbit of Kerbal, which is kind of sweet. Another thing I need to think about, actually, interestingly enough, because I'm about to you know, that's in 3 days, right? That's going to take 3 days to get there. My transfer window to Moho is only 21 days away, so if I want to start thinking about going to Moho this year in career mode, I kind of need to start thinking about that really rather soon. And I don't know if I really want to try and go to Moho. Moho seems like it'd be quite a distance away. Now, what I'm desperately hoping, and I have really no reason to think this is possible at all. When do I want to go? 10 seconds. Well, really 11 seconds. I have no reason to suspect this is even possible. Looks like my where it thinks and where I actually am slightly different. What I really want to do is use the tiny amount of delta V I'm likely to have by the end of this, assuming I actually don't just completely screw up the burn, which is very likely. Can I get enough to get myself into a polar orbit? You know? And some of that's going to involve me keeping on the maneuver indicator very carefully. Because if I can get this thing into the moon, it looks like, but there's no point, not a huge amount of point, getting a moon encounter. Now, is that going to give me a moon encounter? Yes. Okay, so I'm just going to leave it there then. Oh, and I've run out of delta V. Oh well. It wasn't likely, especially with the tolerances involved. Never mind. It was a thought, because it'd be quite convenient to get a couple of and it would have been convenient to get essentially a free scan of the moon. As it stands, I'm either have to go and send something out here to get it, to get the Mercury Tiger. You know, I'm wondering whether what I should have done is actually try to go back to Minmus and do the satellite. There's a satellite contract I got. I might be able to do that with the tiny amount of delta V I have. But well, never mind. So this should okay. This is going to get me a lot closer into Kerbal than I think otherwise I was going to. So I'm just going to. Oh well, never mind. We'll rack that up as a that didn't work. And we'll go back to the Space Center. Now, back at the Space Center, I have science to spend. I wonder what time of day it's going to be. It's going to be night. I have got science to spend. I've got 306 science, which means I can get one of these things. Maybe I want to get miniaturization, I'm not sure. Dogport Junior kind of like, Stack Separator maybe. None of those particularly sing to me. Could get all the way out to field science. Ooh, I might want to go. Atmospheric Fluid Spectro-Varoiometer. Accurate fluid spectro-varometer scans of the surrounding atmosphere. Despite some claims that fluid spectro-variometry isn't a real science, Kerbal scientists seem to agree that the data provides something interesting. I want you to avoid it exposed to air. Collectible data, rerunnable, resettable. And I get my first build your own rover kit, which I do kind of want. Sold. New scientific instrument. Plus rover wheels. And the Rove Mate, which I don't know it's terribly useful, but It's basically a battery. Well, it does have stability assist, so you can in fact use it as a probe core. Oh, that's interesting. Robust probe and battery system, no assembly required. Okay. So I can build simple rovers, which would be a good thing, a useful thing to do science with, basically. I kind of want to play. I want to test that. What am I going to do? Oh, I clicked that. I didn't want to click that at all. Oh, that's the thing I should check. Steel snake. Right, steel snake no longer has experimental parts or locked parts. The cheap satellite launch uses experimental parts, but that's okay. At one point, because I did the contract that gave me access to certain parts, there's a point where I actually could not do certain missions. Some of my vessels wouldn't launch because I was using parts I no longer have access to. I've had another mission I want to do with, I think it's the Platinum Cow. No, it's not the Platinum Cow. Tin Parrot? Iron Sheep. This is the disadvantage of having the amusing names. The Iron Sheep. The Iron Sheep is, because I can send it up. This is when I use that to rescue 2 Kerbals from moon orbit. And what I actually want to do is the Platinum Puffin, which is my station, has got a scientist in it whose name I've forgotten, and a pilot in it whose name I've forgotten. The pilot's not doing anything. The pilot's just been stuck out there forever, and he is contributing nothing to the mission. So I think I might want to send out the Iron Sheep, rendezvous with the Puffin, and put Bob in the Puffin, and take the scientist and bring the scientist back in. Possibly take up an engineer or somebody, or find and get them the moon orbit experience that you can get from that. What I wanted to do is I wanted to click on the VAB, and I just want to play with the new parts that I just got, and do a sensible mission later. Not doing a sensible mission right now. So that is apparently a probe core in and of itself. So I think its utility is where I'm going to find the wheels. Now I've swapped it to radial not radial symmetry, the opposite of radial symmetry, which is good for rovers. But I now need to reset, or I need to set the wheel rotation. Wow, that gimbal is very colourful. Move those out to get as wide a wheelbase as possible. because you need that. Put on some panels. Change the quantum vector battery, and I'm going to go to science. I'm going to put on really pretty much one of everything. Well, actually, no, I'm going to put that on. I'm just going to wander this around the KSC for a bit. I'm going to take that. Small module includes soil, atmospheric, oceanic sample when used while landed. Something can be used to increase the accuracy of all scans. So I might not be able to do anything with this on as it stands. So I'm just putting it on to see what this is. I'm not going to. Well, I would like to say I'm not going to wander about the entire place doing all the science, but actually I probably am. Here's a thought. What do I want? That is actually quite big. So one of the annoying things, I can't. According to this, it doesn't have true capacity. Seems a bit weird, but there you go. So getting a Kerbal up to that is going to be entertaining. These rovers don't look quite so big when you have them. You know, they just don't look as big as that. Now I could arrange something fancy. In order to get this crewed, I would actually need to have a something that has a crew on, you know, that allows it to be crewed, and have them attached. You have to have them attached such that they are in fact one craft, and then you detach them. But I don't think I want to bother doing that. I'm just going to call this first rover. Actually, I also don't even know which way is forwards, as far as the rover is concerned. And it's also night, and I should have put lights on it because it's at night. There we go, there's our thing. If I go forwards, yeah, it is on backwards, or the seat's going to be on backwards. But what I can do, not gravity goes out. I'm just going to hit this because I don't know what this does. Ooh! Oh my goodness me! It tells me what biomes there are, and your latitude and your longitude. Oh! Oh my lord! I like this one. That's my surface scanning module. I like it. So run analysis. Resource analysis performed for Kerbal shores. Well, there you go. Let's run this one. Temperature and pressure readings suggest today is a good time for flying as early. So we're just going to get off this. I'm going to quickly check how much data was that. That's 6 science. So that was interesting. I'd say I like this thing. Telling you the biome you're in. Stuff like that. But can I now go to map view? No. See, if I go to if I go to map view, I've done Minmus is the one I've done. Where's Minmus? There's Minmus. So let's focus on Minmus, right? So together with the information tab here and the other Minmus, this is this is about Minmus itself. And you get this one here, which is about its orbit and stuff, and basically stats about it. So it's radius, area mass, gravity constants, ASL gravity. Not quite sure what that is. At sea level gravity. So 0.05 g. That's not very much. Escape velocity, rotation. So rotation period of the sphere of influence. Atmosphere present. No. But once, because I've now scanned it, I get this thing, which it means I can run the. I can show the. There we go. So I can. This is the map that I got from the scanning. So I can show this, and I can do cutoffs. I can change the color. Ooh, sweet. And I'm not quite sure why. Not quite sure what those second colors are telling me. And you've got different styles, which are showing. Seems to be showing me different things actually, because that looks different to that. That's a bit weird. Anyway, so obviously what I need to do, and I'm just going to verify this is the case. I don't have this on the moon. Oh, I've got this. I've got the That's interesting. No resource data available. You need to perform an orbital survey first, which is fair enough. Right? So I don't have any of that information. Looks like Kerbal. Oh no, that's what I'm doing. I hit backspace. There we go. Yeah, Kerbal. Either I'm not selecting Kerbal at all, and I'm just selecting the first rover. Oh no, Kerbal. There we go. So I don't have this. So don't have resource data. You'll need to perform an orbital survey first. Okay, so that's a thing. I didn't particularly think that just by doing a surface thing, I will get that. But right, we'll extend our ladder. Other thing I need to practice with my drilling modules, because that's one of the things I need to do next, is create a drilling mission. I need to take a drilling mission out. At least to Minmus. I mean, it would be nice to scan the moon and then do some drilling on the moon, but Minmus has the advantage that its gravity is so low that getting the stuff off Minmus is going to be dead cheap. Right, so new cockpit, and I want to crew it with my scientist. And just launch it like that. And I'm going to see what I can do with the scanning module and the atmosphere module, and possibly do the wander round, getting all the science. So off we go. Time warp. No, I'm using the seat is the wrong way, which amuses me to no end. Oh, have I set this ladder up badly? Okay, I just have to hit F a lot. So we'll board. Well, actually, we're on board. Grounded in. Ah, now, okay. So I can run atmospheric analysis. Keep the data. Download the data. It looks like I can't do anything with that thing, which is interesting. I'll have to click it on board. Okay, there we go. So run atmospheric. I've done that, in fact. But that isn't a scientific instrument in that sense, it seems. Okay. Oh, I see. Now he's in it. I turn on his lights. Now he's in it. It's controlling from there, and therefore whichever direction the seat is pointing is the correct direction. Which is kind of interesting. Okay, so leave seats. Can I turn on his lights? I thought he had lights. Oh, there we go. L. There we go. Well, we'll get a tiny amount of science if we do that. So let's do that. There you go. So with him acting as headlights. It goes quite fast as well. Now the thing is, well, I don't need to take surface samples. There might be one or two places where I get a tiny amount of science for getting surface samples. But there's right. So that's still. So it's telling me my latitude and longitude. I don't know if it's really moving or changing or anything. And I don't know how much it scanned. It gave me some slightly better information about where I am, and I did originally have a scan here, but that might be very specifically as in it's given me an area, and it's increased the data for the scanning data for that area. Review data. So there might, I might have to step out of a certain area in order to get that option again to get data off it. Get the feeling. Get the feeling that I may have missed out one of my bands. Anyway, so I'm going to play with that for a bit. I'm just trying to I'm going to see if I can learn anything new about the atmospheric thing and and that thing. See if I know anything about that, because I suspect I'm going to be starting to send more of those instruments into space. So anyway, thanks very much for watching. I've been Mike of Nearly Enough Dice. Please hit like and subscribe if you've been enjoying these videos. You can find Nearly Enough Dice at nearlyenoughddice.com. We're also on Facebook and Twitter. And until next time, even if you're on the ground, reach for the stars.